To episode number 82 of What Does This Button Do? It's an educational show about smartphones and tablets with Geeks on Tour. And that's us. Do you think your smartphone is smarter than you? And do you have questions about these Android phones and your iPad tablets? And how do you learn about these amazing devices? Hi, I'm Jim, and together here with my wife, Chris, we are Geeks on Tour, and we're out of costume.
Oh, no. Here you go.
Here we go. What's this all about?
Well, propeller head is just another name for geek, and we've been wearing hats like this
too long.
since we met in the 90s. So it seems appropriate, and hopefully it keeps us from taking ourselves too seriously.
I think that's the key there.
So I definitely would prevent you from taking us too seriously with these hats on. So
that's why we do it.
There's no such thing as an expert in this area. So just keep that in mind. But because we are geeks who teach. That's what we really like, is learning and teachings. And we think the best way to learn is in bite-sized pieces on a regular basis. So that's why we came up with this weekly show. It usually goes about 40-45 minutes, and this is live. Our website is geeksontour.com, and there you'll find several hundred prepared tutorial videos on all the topics we teach.
Well, cool. Where are we now, Chris?
We're at home in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. La Florida, what does that mean?
Place of flowers.
Land of flowers, yes. And it sure is. Is that a gorgeous orchid or what?
And that's right in our backyard.
That's right in our backyard.
Okay, on today's show, we have the tip of the day.
That'll be scanning a QR code to watch a video.
Okay, our beginner's lesson this week is using YouTube on mobile devices. Our app of the day is going to be ShopSavvy. And if you have questions, ask them here in the comments, either on our Google Plus event page or on the YouTube watch page. The show is recorded on YouTube on our Geeks on Tour channel, and you can always find the links on geeksontour.com/weekly show. We do invite you to become a member at Geeks on Tour. Just visit our website, geeksontour.com, and click the link to join.
And it gives you all the information about what's involved.
Yeah. All right. Something quick. Show notes from last week.
Yeah. Well, I like to spotlight the fact that there are show notes, cliff notes, if you will, Chris notes that I write up after every show for our members. And last week we did location services. And let's say that you have an Android and you remember us saying something about there is a Find My Phone for Android, just like there is for iPhone, but you don't remember how to do it. Well, if you go, I'm just going to take you to our website. That is geeksontour.com. And go to the weekly show page. And then when you scroll down, just keep scrolling down and you'll get to the area where every single show is listed and it has notes. Now this is for members only. So you have to have a username and password, which I of course do, I hope. And here are all the notes of the show, including those slides that we use. And then we get down to where it says Android demo, turning on the ability to find your phone, setting security, phone administrators, etc. And then once that is on, you can go to a web browser, Android device manager, and find your phone. So that is what our weekly show notes are all about, or class notes.
And those are extensive. You can just search right through that and probably find the answer of something that you have a question on.
Yeah, all the shows we've done, all 81 of them so far.
All right. Quick tip, Chris.
All
Scan
right.
your QR codes for videos.
QR codes. Well, this is just a cool thing I got. I use Facebook a lot. I love Facebook for keeping up with my friends. But sometimes you like to have a book you can hold in your hand. So I went ahead and I saw an ad for my social book. So I have this book that represents 2015, my Facebook post. But I thought, gee, lots of times I post a video. How are they going to show a video in a book? Well, I'm going to show you. So here is the book. I mean, is that cool? I love having the book of my Facebook. And on this page, there is a QR code where a video is on the, okay, so let me show you. I'm going to use an iPhone, the same thing on Android or iPhone. And you just need an app, a QR code reader app. And we have one, right? I can't do that backwards. Right there. So you just open up the app and it just opens up a screen that will scan that code. Just get the code on the screen. And it's now going to, the phone is going to do whatever that code says, which in this case is taking you to one of my Facebook posts where a video was, where I posted a video.
So that's a Google Photos video.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is a Google Photos video that I posted on Facebook. And when it got printed in a book, it was done with a QR code.
Is that cool or what? That is just.
This was a RV rally where they had fireworks. It was cool. Okay. So that is my quick tip, using QR codes for videos, and also that you can get this book of your Facebook posts if you like.
Mm-hmm. We do invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are youtube.com/2geeksontour. And that's how you can.
And if you don't know how to do that, I will be showing you in the lesson today. Guess what?
Guess what? I like when you do that. Are you ready for that? Are you? Beginner's lesson.
Am I ready?
Deep
Yeah.
breath,
Well,
deep
we have
breath.
a couple of slides here
Okay,
first.
go ahead.
So yes, this beginner's lesson is about using YouTube on mobile devices. First of all, there is a YouTube app that you can install on either Android or iPhone, iPad, but you don't have to have an app. You can use a mobile website. So you would just open up your browser. You should do Chrome since it's made by Google, and so is YouTube. So just looking at, this is a test for everybody out there watching. Look at A and look at B. Which one is the app and which one is the website? All right. I'll let you.
Okay.
I didn't.
The A is the app and B is the website. And you can tell because in the upper part of this, you can see where there's actually a URL.
Yeah.
A web page.
So this top line up here is not part of YouTube. This top line is part of Chrome, your browser, and it's going to the, but other than that, look at this menu. I mean, it's almost exactly. I will be showing you both the app and the website today. I'm going to use the app on the Android and the website on the Apple, and you'll see there are some differences, but they do all the same things. Now, a second thing to know, since I know a lot of our viewers are using metered data YouTube takes a lot of data, period, end. Period, end.
It's video. It takes a lot of data, yes.
Video takes data. But you do have some settings, and I just played an hour of our videos. So there's a lot of factors. I played an hour worth of our videos and just tracked exactly how much data was used. At 720p, it used a half a gigabyte for an hour. At 480p, it used a third of a gigabyte, and at 360p, it used only 0.15. I mean, way less than 1/4 of a gigabyte. So it makes quite a difference. And then there is also a setting called auto, and that will fluctuate, giving you the highest quality for the speed of your connection. Now, how do you set these quality settings? Well, that's over on the right of this screen. Number 1, you click the 3-dot menu, and then that opens up the place where you see a gear for quality. That's number 2. And then number 3, you choose the quality you want. It goes all the way from 144, which would use very, very little data, really, all the way up to 1080 or auto, and those are going to use a lot of data. I find that on a phone, 360 is plenty good enough quality, at least for ours. You know, we're not showing you the fine details of beautiful flowers or something like that. You know, you're just looking at our faces or a screen. Okay, so I'm going to do a demo, and I'm going to, on both Android and Apple, I'm going to start with the Android and use the app. And there I will do all 6 of these things. We'll search for videos, we'll subscribe to a channel, we'll play videos and save to watch later. I'll show you how to adjust the quality. And then there's a couple of special things you can do with the app, and that is take video and have it posted directly to YouTube. All right. Anything else we should do before I get started?
No, I think we're ready.
Okay.
Tom Park says he can't get a full screen. I would probably recommend trying, well, get out and go back in, or try a different browser, or try to view it on YouTube. I think would probably be my 3 choices there, Tom. Sorry.
Okay. I am first starting with the Android phone, and I have the app installed, the YouTube app. And if it should come pre-installed. In fact, on my phone, my phone is a Samsung Galaxy S5. It not only came pre-installed, but it's one of those apps that you cannot remove. So I go to YouTube. And first, I want to talk about the account. I mean, all this thing about saving videos to watch later or subscribing, you have to be logged in. So on this menu at the top, there's home. Those are trending videos. Those are your subscriptions. And the one with the little head and shoulders is your account. So I go in there, and it's currently using my account. Well, I want to use a different account so that it's fresh. And I have one all set up. Hopefully, yeah, called Guest. So I'm going to use the Guest account so that it's brand new, you know, fresh, no existing subscriptions or very few. And so that was all about your account here. Now, what kind of an account do you have to have for YouTube?
You need to have a Gmail or a Google account.
Yeah, it's just a Google account. Google owns YouTube. Don't they own everything?
Seems like it.
They certainly own most everything we talk about. All right. So what's the best part of YouTube? Being able to find anything you want. So for example, you've probably seen, or at least I hope you have, because it's so funny, the video of the talking dog. And I'll bet if I tap on search, did you see where their search was up at the top there? And I just type talking dog. I'll betcha I'll find it. Yep, it's that one right there. Or maybe this one, 179 million views.
Yeah, that's more than ours.
That's a few more than ours usually get. But this is my go-to video if I want to laugh. He is just so fun.
I opened up the meat drawer. You know what the meat drawer is, right? Yeah. What was in there? Well, I'll tell you what was in there.
Okay. Now though, so it's playing. Now, what if I say, okay, well, that's fine. I've had enough of that. I want to look for another video now. Well, how do I close this one and get out? That really confounded me for a while, but there's this little button over in the upper left that means minimize. That pushes it down to the corner, and I'll show you how to get it out of there in a minute. But you can just look for another one. So instead of talking dog, this time I want to find a video. We so enjoyed our travel to Cuba, and I know that there's lots of things going on now. So I'm going to search for videos on travel to Cuba. But notice that this one is from 2 years ago, and this one is from 10 hours ago. Well, I would like to only be seeing the ones that are within the last month, because a lot of stuff is going on within the last month. Well, instead of just travel to Cuba, if you tap on these little sets of sliders over here, you get content type and upload date. These are filters. So I can say, I want to see what videos there are just from this week, and search. It's still travel to Cuba, but I said just from this week. And yep, these are all just from 10 hours ago, 4 days ago, etc., etc. Now, what do you really want to search for, though? You want to search for some
videos.
No, I'm sticking to the dogs. Sticking to the dogs.
She's gone to the dogs.
No, our viewers want to watch videos on learning Google Photos, right?
Absolutely.
So we search YouTube for Google Photos. And you tap the little magnifying glass search. And if you scroll down here a ways, you will end up, there are hundreds, probably thousands of videos on Google Photos, but you will end up seeing one by Geeks on Tour eventually.
I thought I saw one up higher.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah?
not.
Well, it could be. But if you say, I don't know which ones of these are good or not, and you know that the Geeks on Tour ones are good, you can just add Geeks on Tour to your search. So search is a real art.
Well, who's this made by?
Google.
Google. What's Google known for?
Search.
You got it.
But I mean, just searching within Google even is a real art. Exactly the right words make so much difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's one from 3 months ago, 2,000 views. That's pretty good. So let's say you want to watch that. And once I'm going to tap the pause here. There, so to shut him up. And let's say that you've decided that you like the stuff done by Geeks on Tour, so you want to subscribe. And you should see subscribe right down here. You'll notice when we get to using the mobile website, it's not quite as clear. But if you tap subscribe, you are now subscribed. Now, what does that mean? Where do you see your subscriptions? Well, you have to get back to that main menu. And something popped up down here at the bottom that I didn't catch soon enough. And it said you can turn on notifications and get notified every time there's a new video. But even without notifications, if you tap back to get back to the YouTube menu, there's home. These are trending videos, meaning the most popular right now. This third button is subscriptions. So this guest account is now subscribed to Geeks on Tour, and it can see all these videos. You know, all the videos by Geeks on Tour, or by Marilyn, or by David Bott. He does a lot of drone videos, or Jim. And you can have dozens of subscriptions. But anyway, that's where they show up. Channels that you've subscribed to show up on that third button. Now let's go ahead and play the video a little bit further, just so I go. So that's the number 1 button. Right in the middle there is play. And when it's playing, that button turns into pause. So play and pause is right in the middle. but there's lots more buttons. You notice I counted 13, I think. And the one I just tapped puts it down, minimizes it to the lower corner. Tapping it in the corner brings it back. I want to see it bigger. I have all this space. I should be able to see it bigger while it's playing. Let me turn the volume down a bit here. Just by turning the phone horizontal, it should change. But if it doesn't, that little button right there says increase the size. And that will make it take up the whole screen. Now, when I tap the screen, there's still more buttons. What's that one? That means add to. So if you say, yeah, this is good, but I don't have time right now, tap on that little plus and you can add it to your watch later. Or you can create a playlist. If you add it to your watch later, I'll show you where that is later. Next button is share. So you tap that and you can share this video via email, via Facebook. Any app that is installed on your phone, you can share a YouTube video with that. This one is fun. This one is cast to the TV. So we're doing that a lot here. We have a smart TV and we can just bring up something on our phone and play it on the TV. 3 dots. Everybody should know what 3 dots means.
That's some kind of menu.
Some kind of menu. 3 dots or 3 lines is always a list of choices. And while a video is playing, that list of choices includes the quality setting. So I'll turn this down to 360. Or, you know, I have found that you can't do it in the middle of a video. You have to do it before you start playing. But that's where that setting is. And then down at the bottom where it says 44 seconds, that is your current position on the timeline. At the end of the timeline, 59 minutes, that's the total length of this video. And then this little guy is what minimizes the video again. And then the timeline itself, you can drag that red circle anywhere on the timeline. You know, like if I told you that in this hour-long video, something that I think you should see was at 27 minutes and 10 seconds, you could drag it around until you got to that exact point. Okay. And the last thing, so, I said, how do you get rid? So here this video is playing. And I say, oh, I'm done with this. I don't want to watch this anymore. I minimize it, but then how do I get rid of it? It's still playing. Well, I can pause it, but I just want to get rid of it. You can swipe it off the screen. So minimize and swipe off. That's using the app, how you do it. And the last thing that the app allows you to do is if you're on your home, notice this camera icon here. That means while I'm on the YouTube app, I can actually activate the camera of this phone, take a video right now, and when I'm done, it is a YouTube saved video.
Wow.
So for example, so I'm going to tap that, and Jim has something he likes to show people, and that is this thing called I'm going to then start the recording.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I know they can't see this.
Well, let's see if they can.
Well, they can
change that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is just a video camera.
And this is my Lucy light. And it is a solar-powered, inflatable, waterproof light. And watch this.
You mean I don't have to blow it up?
Now, it's blown up. and it lights up.
All right. We love these Lucy lights. They are solar powered. Anyway, so then I tell it to stop. And that is now a YouTube video count. And don't try to find it. I'm going to be erasing it. So, but it's that easy for you video right from your phone. And by the way, you may have noticed I was holding my phone vertical. I should have been holding it horizontal. The YouTube app allows you to do that. Then it's a better video.
Aspect ratio matters, right?
Yeah. On Facebook, when you do that on Facebook, you're only allowed a square, so it doesn't matter. In fact, in Facebook, you have to hold it vertical, otherwise it's laying on its side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every app has something different, but that is how you make a video using your phone and have it stored on YouTube. At least on the Samsung. I noticed that that little video recording app did not exist on your Android Nexus.
Oh,
Your
right.
Nexus app did not have the little video camera.
Mm.
In which case, no problem, you can still upload. So a video that you have taken on your phone, you can upload to YouTube if you have the YouTube app installed. Okay, so that's it for the Android and the YouTube app. Now I'm going to go to the iPad. This is an iPad mini, and instead of the YouTube app,
Thank you to Al and to Ann, to your eminence.
there's an auto play. You can turn it off, but if it's on, it will automatically play the next video and the next video.
And I just turned it off.
Okay. So now we're on to the iPad, and iPad is a great way to watch videos. It's a little bit bigger than the iPhone, and the YouTube app does work just the same on it, but I want to make a point here, and I am going to delete the YouTube app by long pressing on it and then tapping on the X. So this device no longer has a YouTube app on it, but I can still watch YouTube videos by going to a browser. I'm opening up Chrome. I tap in the address bar for Chrome, and I type YouTube. And notice that it says m.youtube.com. That just stands for mobile. So it's not the same experience as the desktop, but
it's optimized for mobile devices.
Right. All right. So the same stuff that we did with the Android and the app. I want to see what account is logged in. So I click on the little head and shoulders. And this time it is my account that's logged in. I think I'll leave it that way. Yeah. And you have home, which is your main menu. And when you're at home, then this top menu up here has help. And that was the same in the app. Help is very, very useful. Anytime you're just wanting to learn a little bit more, go to help. And then there's trending videos. If you just want to see what's popular right now, you can go to trending videos and watch the popular videos. Then here is subscriptions. So if I just want to look at what's going on with people who I've already decided I like Google Maps, lots of Google Maps videos. I like to watch those. Those are your subscriptions, and you can have a ton of them. Along the top here is where it's showing you, well, this takes me to the subscription for whatever that was. Then I can tap on back, and there's a subscription to YouTube help videos. Back, et cetera, et cetera. And here's a subscription to Gone with the Winds. They make some great travel videos. Or if I want to see all of them, I can tap this little arrow. And you can have a ton of subscribed channels. Now, to play a video, so what one, I'm going to search again. But what did I just do wrong there? What is that address bar for?
That's for the top.
Yeah, that's for your Chrome browser. If I go searching there, I'm going to leave YouTube. So that was wrong. I need to tap on the magnifying glass. That is within the red bar. Notice it doesn't actually say YouTube anywhere. Isn't that a trip? You just
I noticed that the other day.
Yeah, you just have to know that that red color means YouTube. Search, and this time I'm looking for a particular song that I like that nobody seems to have. Polk Salad Annie is a song that I just love to have in my repertoire for I can't sit still when that song comes up. And there it is.
So I always know to get out of the way when that song comes on.
But now, am I going to want... Oh, yeah. All right, excuse me. I got to get up.
Sit down.
All right. Now, notice I'm in the website. There's no pause in the middle of the screen. Oh, but it did it anyway. I didn't realize that. The pause and play are at the bottom left rather than in the middle. But just tapping it anywhere does the same thing. Okay.
See, you learned something now.
I always learn something whenever I play with things. You know, you just say, what does this button do? Now, I don't want to have to search for this song every time I want to hear it. I want it to be in my playlist of songs. Well, that's what the plus is for. And it's in a different place on the mobile site as it was in the app, but it's still a plus. It was in the top on the other one. Plus, and I already have a playlist called Music Chris's Faves. I tap on that, and now instead of 4 music videos on that playlist, I now have 5. This is wreaking havoc with the music industry. All these video, this is the easiest place for me to go get music. And now actually there's a whole new one.
Oh God.
YouTube Music.
Music, yeah. I just started to load that. You told me I had to stop.
Really, we're not going to go there. We're just not going to go there.
Yes, we will. We'll do that in a future show.
Okay. All right. So subscriptions, Google. Okay. Now let's go back and do the same example that I did before. We want to find a video on Google Photos by Geeks on Tour. So Google Photos, and look there. I already have it in my search memory. But is Geeks on Tour subscribed to? I don't think it was. And here also you can limit, you can filter and say, oh, let's just look at the ones done this month. No, there won't be enough. I'm going to leave it at this. So there is a video to play. And the way you subscribe on here, see, this is... have enough editing features, so I'm going to show you. All right. It works better if you do actually tap the pause button. I want to subscribe to Geeks on Tour. Well, if I tap where it says Geeks on Tour, now I'm at the place where you can subscribe. And same thing, so on the website, the way to get back to your main menu is up there at the top where it says YouTube. And now you are back to the main menu. There you can go to your subscriptions, and Geeks on Tour should be on one of these subscriptions now. And there it is, the very first one. Oh, this is, I better not do that. That'll be showing what that'll be a feedback loop. All right. So subscriptions, And get added to the bottom. Gee, doesn't look like it got added. I must not have tapped successfully. Oh, there it is. Just not in the vertical list. It was on the horizontal one. Okay. So here. And let me just go through all the buttons. Notice the difference in the website. In using the website to view videos, there are no buttons in the viewing area. All the buttons are outside of the viewing area. So they're down here off the bottom or they're up at the top. So if you want to make it full screen, it's still at the lower right. And it's those 4 arrows that makes it full screen. Now that puts it back. If you want to change the quality and therefore the data consumption rate, there's the gear and there's the quality setting. Closed captions is kind of cool. I didn't show that to you in the app, but now if we play this.
For episode 79 of What Does This Button Do?
Notice the closed captions that are just automatically being printed there now.
We paid big bucks to do that.
We did absolutely nothing for that to happen. So I don't know how accurate it is, not all that much.
It's pretty sloppy some places.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Shut that guy up, will you?
That's it. So that's just showing all the buttons on the app versus the buttons on the mobile website.
Cool.
But use it. I mean, I'm sure all of you have stories about fabulous things that you learned how to do. Recipes. You can learn how to cook anything.
Anything. By
searching that, just search for recipe for chicken and broccoli. And you will find dozens and dozens.
Hundreds.
Of not just recipes, but how-to videos.
Mm-hmm. They'll teach you how to do almost everything. Fred wants to know, how does that video get a title? The one that you created?
When you upload it, there's a place to add a title. In fact, yeah, there's a place to add a title.
Okay.
The creator creates the title.
Got it. All right. That's pretty much the only question that I can see here. If anybody has any more questions, put them up there and we'll try to get to them. We still have some time and we'll stay and look at the comments even after the show. All right.
Or just one other example, like when you have a problem with the RV.
Like our hot water heater going out just recently? Yeah. Well, I can go on to YouTube and I can find videos on how to replace a RV hot water heater. I don't know if I'm going to do it myself or try and hire somebody. Too many thumbs here.
Or if you want to learn how to dance Gangnam Style, you can find a video on YouTube. And good things too, but lots of fun things.
Well, yeah, too many fun things. That's cool. All right. We are old dogs learning new tricks, and we invite you to be part of that. Any more questions? I don't see any there. We do invite you to like us on Facebook. If you like us on Facebook, we get more hits, and that's kind of cool. I appreciate that. Our app of the week. What do you think? ShopSavvy, barcode and QR scanner. I think this is really a cool app. Now, we've shown other QR code scanners, and you see these QR codes all around. You've always seen the regular barcodes, but this is a tool out there. They don't get paid for any of this stuff. It's just to save you money. You can scan barcodes and QR codes, and it'll compare prices for things that you want to get information about. And it doesn't work great on groceries, but it's really good on higher ticket items. And you can get things that are local, so that they know where you are. You have a GPS in your smartphone, and it will tell you where there are stores available and the best prices online and locally. So I think that's really a cool thing to have. So that's our app of the week, ShopSavvy. Check it out. It's free for Android, iOS, and Windows.
I think the last time we bought, what was it? One of those support arms for TV on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
We were at some electronics store and you scanned the code on one and found that it was a lesser price down the street.
Right. And instead of taking that down, or leaving the store and going down the street, I just took that result to the manager of the store, customer service at the store, and they said they'd match that price. So you don't have to, and there are all sorts of these new apps out there. ShopSavvy has over 40,000 retailers out there as part of their thing, and they are the number one.
Yeah, ShopSavvy is the number one name in that area.
Okay. All right, a couple other things here. I back up to location. I updated Facebook. Now I'm not able to share or receive map locations from nearby friends. Not sure about that one. We'll have to take a look at that one, Bill.
Yeah, there must be a setting somewhere that got turned off.
Yeah. We'll
Allowing Facebook to use location services. That would be my bet.
Okay. Bob Brown wants to know if we're ready for the remote from Ask Good Sam on May 26th. And we need to get in touch or get together with you, Bob, so we can do a test beforehand.
Yes, we do.
But yes, we are ready. I think we have.
We're always ready. But I don't know what topic you want, So
Yeah.
we do need to get together before Thursday, right?
Okay. All right, then. Did you learn something? I know I did. I always learn something. Chris, you can watch YouTube videos on your phone if you have the YouTube app installed, or you can use what?
The YouTube website, the mobile website.
Okay. Which setting will use more of your data, 480p or 1080p?
The higher the number, the more data
bandwidth
that's used.
If you started watching a video that you decide you don't want to watch, how do you close it?
You minimize it, and it depends on whether you're using the app or the mobile website. The app was the trickiest one, though. You minimize it, it goes down to the lower corner, and then you can swipe it off the screen.
Where's the search button so you can find videos to watch?
Upper right-hand corner, the magnifying glass.
Always look for the magnifying.
Always look for the magnifying.
So if you find a video that you can't watch right now, but you want to remember it, what do?
You can find the little plus icon and save it to a watch later list. And then that shows up on your subscriptions page.
Okay.
Watch later.
What does subscribing to a channel do for you?
Subscribing adds them to your subscriptions page, so it's easier to find and see all the videos by that channel. And if you turn notifications on, you can be notified for every time there's new content on that channel.
And where do you find help for your YouTube app?
From the main screen, the 3-dot menu in the upper right, and then help. Good stuff.
Yeah. And you can always find help if you are a member by asking your questions on our Q&A forum at geeksontour.com.
Right.
So what's the webpage that lists all our weekly shows?
geeksontour.com, and the menu item is weekly show.
And the webpage that lists all of our recent newsletters?
geeksontour.com. The menu item is blogs and articles, and newsletters is under there.
Okay, and what benefits do you get by joining Geeks on Tour?
Access to all of the prepared tutorial videos, asking questions in our member Q&A, and the show notes, the class notes for all of our weekly shows.
Great. Again, we invite you to become a member, geeksontour.com. Just go there and click the link to become a member. What do you got?
I see one more question that I want to answer.
Oh, okay. So how to download and save video to play offline?
Okay. You can do that if it's your video. If it's not your video, then you can only do it if you subscribe to the YouTube Red. And we didn't get there, and that still doesn't download it for you to own it because it's not yours, but it does. YouTube Red, which is a $10 a month subscription service from YouTube, allows you to do that.
Okay. So we have, what else here? Next time, well, we'll have a regular special follow-up guinea pig session on Monday, May 16th. So that's tomorrow at 4.
Well, I should say May 23 then. We didn't update this slide, apparently.
Okay, so tomorrow we will have our session. It's just a follow-up discussion and clarifications if you have more questions. And we do this on a different platform,
webinar system
that we're just trying to work some bugs out. And so, but if you have any questions or if you want to follow up, we can even bring you in and ask it live. It's really a cool system, and we have the link to that on our comment page here on the Google Plus, and
it's also on the Geeks on Tour weekly show page.
Okay.
There is a link to tomorrow's.
Okay, so next week, May 29th, what does my phone home button do?
Phone home.
Phone home. Watch for the notification for our next show. Let us know you're coming and leave any questions there in the comments. All right. So that's about it for us.
Just keep pushing those buttons. Be curious. It's not going to blow up. You know that?
Are you sure?
I am sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thanks for watching.
And if you learned how to scan codes, there you go. You can sign up for our newsletter right there.
Right there. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.